So when I walked up on stage right then and there, I tripped. And you might be wondering right now, and you might be thinking actually, hey, no one would ever want to be that kid who tripped on one of the most important talks ever. And you see, this is the problem we have with people. The fact is, everybody wants to judge other people. And the fact is, we don't want to get judged negatively. We all want to be special or different. We don't want to be this imperfect version of ourselves. So this is where it all diverges. On one hand, if you are different and if you want to be different, in reality, it's what makes us humans think differently. It's what makes us act differently. On the other hand, if you want to be this different version of yourself, eventually everybody's going to do that. So you're not different if you want to be different. And if you try too hard, eventually you'll end up back where you started. So this is the story of how I picked the ladder, and this ended in a path that was very hard for me to correct. So it started when I was 7 years old. I got those compliments from my teachers. They all went like, hey, you're so good at this. You're a wonder to teach. And in my mind, I thought, hey, teachers like me. No one else got these compliments, so I must be special. I must be better than them. And so that grew into an ego. And that ego grew into a superiority complex. And it grew and grew. Until eventually I decided to leave all my friends behind to focus on just this compliments. And I didn't stop it because I thought school was the key to success. I was not correct, really. And it started around COVID that I realized, hey, school's not so good after all. And when that happened, I decided to start deviating from school. I started to drift apart from it. Learning online just didn't fit in with how I perceive things. And once I realized that, I moved on to the next step of my so-called path to success. Making money. Being a young kid, like 10 years old, I decided to make YouTube videos. But this is where a problem with getting praised as this perfect child all your childhood has on you. You think you have to be perfect. But in reality, you can't be perfect. None of you can. That is okay. The thing is, me thinking that I had to be perfect led me down another path. So essentially, you can't be perfect. How do you cover that up? For me, it was sarcasm. Simply, if somebody goes, hey, your work, it's bad, I don't like it, then you could just say, hey, it's okay, it's just a joke. See, this is the effect that sarcasm had on me. It made me not try in things that I was not immediately good at. So this was very bad for me, and it stopped the progress of my hobbies and even some of my school activities. But me leading down this path of making money did help with one thing. I realized friends are important. You need socialization. So I decided to go back and give making friends another shot. Only this time, my sarcasm turned into bullying. And one of my friends decided that it was too much, and he started to complain to his mother. And she recommended me to an out-of-school teacher. And she taught me about how to be social, how there's only one of you. You're already special. You don't need the approval of others to prove that you're this special version of yourself, because you can never be that person, and that is okay. And if you still don't believe me, I will give you a simple diagram to explain. Now, look on the outside. Look with the people around you. Do you think, hey, this person's better than me? You think, hey, this person looks better than me. This person acts better than me. This person is smarter than me. When in reality, none of you are the same. They're all it's like a random bar graph. You have no control over it, and that is okay. You are already special in your own way. You don't need the approval of others. And to end off this talk, I would like to give off a quote from Marshall Mathers. Love is just a word. You give it definition. So define yourself. Thank you for listening.